Well, I'm Scott Larson. I'm the Marshfield Area Chamber of Commerce and Industries President, and I am also the Master of Ceremonies for our ribbon cutting ceremony today for Marshfield Area United Way. We are very pleased to be a part of this ceremony and helping the United Way celebrate this wonderful new facility that they have, and we want to help celebrate the Heckel family and the generosity that they have provided to the community. So with that, we have a number of speakers here as well to say a few words on behalf of this event, and so we'll get started with that. First up, representing the city of Marshfield, is our council president, Nick Paschal. Nick?
Thank you, Scott, again today, and good afternoon, everyone. This is my second ribbon cutting this afternoon. Usually one thinks of ribbon cutting as being part of a new business or a new organization, but both Northridge Church and the United Way have been part of the Marshfield community for many years. United Way started in Marshfield as the community chest in 1946 and became part of the United Way in 1972. I first became aware of United Way in the 1970s when I was in the Army, and it was offered as a way to give back to the community without knowing much about specific charities, sort of a beginner's guide to charitable giving. Throughout my working career, the United Way was offered as an opportunity for giving on an annual basis. The local United Way currently supports more than 25 local programs. The donations you make here help make the Marshfield area a better place to live. Today, we're here to celebrate a new headquarters for the Marshfield Area United Way. Spring and I live just 3 blocks from here, and over the years, we saw the care that Mrs. Heckel put into maintaining this property. It's a wonderful legacy to her to have her family make such a generous donation. So on behalf of the citizens of Marshfield, congratulations on your new home.
Nick, thank you for those comments, and we appreciate your service to the city of Marshfield by serving on the Common Council. Up next, representing the Marshfield Area Chamber of Commerce and Industries Board of Directors, is our current chair, Ron Wilczek. Ron?
Thank you, Scott. Well, I'm delighted to be here today to help United Way celebrate their new home, but also 75 years of doing some great things in Marshfield and the surrounding community. As you know, the United Way does so many positive things to support those in need, and they touch the lives of people every single day. When I was thinking about what to say today about the United Way, I thought of an old quote or a saying: "A rising tide raises all boats." And if you think about it, that's what the Marshfield United Way does, right? They help individuals and families in need. It lifts them up, and in turn, it helps lift up and improve the quality of life in Marshfield. So on behalf of MACCI and the Board of Directors, I would congratulate the United Way for doing great things for the last 75 years, and looking forward to them making a positive impact in our community for the next 75 years. And the last thing I'm going to do is present Ashley with a new membership plaque. So.
Ron, thank you for those comments. We appreciate that. We appreciate your spending time to be a part of the MACCI Board of Directors and helping make that organization strong for the community. Up next, we have a state representative representing the 69th District here in the state of Wisconsin, Donna Rosar. So Donna, come on up.
Thank you, Scott. Well, I live even closer than Nick because I just live 3 houses up there. And so I have also watched the care of this house and am so appreciative to the family for their generosity. I watched these renovations being made. I watched the painting of the porch the other day. And so this is just a wonderful, wonderful contribution to our community. I was president of the North Central Community Action Program for a number of years, and we benefited quite significantly from contributions from United Way, and we're most appreciative as we worked to help people find stable housing and with our homeless population. So this is a wonderful event. You could not ask for a more beautiful day. I think we all agree we need to bottle some of this and get the bottle out in about the middle of January. So thank you for coming. This is wonderful attendance. Appreciate your support of this marvelous organization. And I too wish United Way every future success for longer than even 75 years. Okay, thank you.
Donna, thank you for those comments. Glad you could join us today. We appreciate the work you're doing for us in Madison. I want to take and give a shout out to Greg Waverneck is here from Senator Baldwin's office as well, and so I just wanted to make note that he is here representing Senator Baldwin. Well, now we get a chance to learn a little bit more about what's all going on here with United Way. So I'm going to ask Ashley Winch to come on up and tell us more about what's happening.
Thank you, Scott. Welcome, everyone. This is such a wonderful turnout. I'm so excited. And I think, Heidi, we're going on 2.5 years. You walked into our office on Central Avenue, and I kind of met her as she walked in, and I said, "Oh, can I help you?" And she said, "Yeah, I'm looking to give away a house." And I was like, okay. But it was then that I learned about her mother, Nancy, and her desire to help the community with the gift of the Heckle home. So through much exploration and conversation, we were ultimately gifted with our forever home back in September of 2019. And I have to say, this is most certainly a labor of love and generosity and a whole lot of patience, because we did this through the most unprecedented time of all of our lives. And so there are so many people that were involved. I really have a lot of people to thank. So I'm glad you guys have little sheets, because I have a little cheat sheet too, but I am going to apologize if I do forget someone. If I can get it open. So first, I'd like to thank everybody who worked on the construction and renovation of the Heckle House project. Frederick Construction, Staff Construction, Totally Electric, Shriners Plumbing, House of Heating, Central Wisconsin Glass, Rice's Capital Carpet, Chris Howing, and Shallow's Nursery. And then I'd like to thank everybody who contributed to the 100 Nurturing Families campaign that we did. We have a beautiful donor wall inside, so I'm really excited for you all to see that. Thanks to Cheryl Schwanis, McMillan Warner Mutual Insurance Company, and Ben and Ashley Frederick for sponsoring our faculty spaces in the house. Thanks to Sharon Howing for donating to the workspace that we have upstairs for all of our projects, and to the Community Foundation for the grant towards the project. Also, thanks to Simplicity Credit Union, they sponsored the Indoor Welcome Center, and to Forward Bank, who sponsored our Outdoor Welcome Center here. Thank you to John and Lisa Thornton and family for the donation toward our Now Workspace, and to the Kim and Cheryl Hyman Family Foundation for the generous gift to remodel our kitchen specifically for our Now program. Last but certainly not least, thank you to Nancy Heckle and her children, who most are all here today, for this beautiful gift that's going to benefit our community for years and years to come. This year is our 75th anniversary in the community, and we intend to be here for 75 more. We are so excited to welcome you into our home, and just thank you so much for making the time to come see it today. So next up, we have a special guest speaker, Heidi Heckle. She is Nancy's, fourth daughter, fourth child. But Heidi and I have worked very closely throughout the 2.5 years, and I hope that we did you all proud, and I'm looking forward to Heidi sharing a few words.
I could say a few words. We'll see how it goes. It would be remiss of me not to talk about my mom's desire to really give this house to charity. In reality, her first choice was that this house would go to a child, but it had to be one of her immediate children. they just raised us so well that we got established in our different areas throughout this whole country that just was not going to happen. When she realized that, she started early on to look for charities, and eventually it came to the point where just things happened. So it ended up falling on the children, which was not a big deal because fortunately we loved Mom so much that doing her desire was not a question at all. So we worked together to try to come to an agreement on where to go. And yes, Ashley, I did walk in your office, but in reality, initially it was to say, do you know of a good organization that I could go talk to? And before I knew it, wheels started turning. There's really one big story that I just have to tell you, because if I had to listen to my mother say it as many times as she did to me, then you have to listen to it at least once. My mom loved the history of this house and family, because only one family, 3 generations have lived in this house. And it all started because my great-great-grandparents lived 5 miles up the road on a farm, and every Saturday morning they would finish their chores, get in their wagons, come into Marshfield and stay, kind of hook up somewhere at a family or friend, do things that day, the rest of the day with the community, if somebody had a project to be done, they would do it. And then they'd get up on Sunday morning, go to church, have a brunch, and they'd drive back. That happened for many years, and they finally said, we need a place of our own. So with St. John's just down the street, they found this property. And it took 3 years or so to build the house, because again, houses back in those days, I guess, were built kind of in stages. And the lumber on the original of this house was actually lumber from their property out on the farm. So it was a labor of love, and again, working with the community all the time, helping each other out, building their houses while their house was being built. So that kind of set the precedent. Now, my little story is what I remember in our house the most is 10 years with the 64 team double elimination tournament that my mom and dad kind of ran for those 10 years. Because that was the headquarters for it for 10 years. And I remember as a child, all of us actually probably remember as a child, because it was a family affair. Soaking up, if we had a rain, soaking up at the ball diamonds, all the rain to get ready to play, all those things. But it was here that it was all being done. Once the tournament ended, it literally the next day, the planning for the next year began. And I never understood that, but it just seemed like it was year-round. So this is a house that focused on the community and trying to do things to give back. It is only right that it comes to being given to another organization that will, for many, many years to come, continue to follow that tradition. So we are blessed, and I know, since I've already taken a tour, please don't pass it up. I believe they've done a very good job with the house, and I think it's going to be very functional for at least 75 more years to come. Thank you very much, and enjoy your tour.
Thank you, Heidi. We really appreciate that. A little history goes back to the property here. Well, now we're going to do the actual ribbon cutting. So, Ashley, you can have the equipment. Who else is going to come up and join you? Spread out along the ribbon. And we'll do this on a count of 3. 1, 2, 3. All right. Congratulations again on the new office complex here. Can't wait to go inside and see more of what's changed with it. And as another community organization celebrating 75 years, that's not a small accomplishment. So our kudos to the United Way for being here 75 years. I know the Chamber and the United Way do work together on a number of activities, and so it's just great to see that collaboration that takes place. It was great to see, too, all the local businesses that played a role in helping to renovate this property to make it functional for the United Way. So, again, our best wishes to you, and we're hoping that both of us are around for another 75 years, both organizations, and I'm not sure I will be. I don't think that'll happen, but both organizations hopefully will be around for another 75 years. So with that, again, I want to encourage everybody to stick around. There's refreshments, certainly tours of the facility. But with that, that will officially end the ribbon cutting ceremony for the Marshfield Area United Way. And again, on behalf of the Marshfield Area Chamber of Commerce and Industry, it was our pleasure to be the hosts and master of ceremonies for this event. Thank you.